I feel like if I even tried to park on the side of the road, I'd be harassed here. I don't like being in the pathway of the construction. Oh, this is the more nuclear warnings on Exelon. Why they got Exelon rubbed out? I think that was not intentional. Alright, so from my car, this is a temporary sign. I asked the guy the guy walking by what he thinks is going on, and he says sand is being put on the beach. Bike trail map. Alright. I'm here, okay. Zion Power Plant, restricted area. Yeah, Jose Park, okay. Yeah, the whole bicycle trail goes quite a distance. Okay, I could drive down to main entrance and probably it'd be okay. I just came straight from the park, and the library is around there. Okay, well this map clears, it's an old looking map, clears things up. Alright, I think I got an idea on how to handle vinegar better. I'm buying these glass containers constantly, and I think I'm paying extra because they cost extra, they're heavier. And there's also plastic containers which are cheaper, have a shorter life. And I'm like, well, why don't I buy the plastic container ones and then re-pour them into the glass containers? I could that's 32 fluid ounces by a gallon or 5-gallon plastic container, and just not keep the acid in the plastic, because the vinegar in the plastic containers have a shorter lifespan. Because I think it's eating away at the plastic, whereas it's not so much this in the glass containers. And I've been throwing away the glass containers, and I was thinking, well, first, why don't I just buy a glass container? But I have glass containers, so I think I would like to go through vinegar a little bit more, especially for my clothes in the summertime. I think I need more vinegar because things are feeling more gunky, and the vinegar seems to bring some relief when I pour it on the clothes. It takes away the gunkiness, and also just being able to wet things has a cooling effect too. So I think I might need more vinegar in the summertime, not so much the winter, because I don't like getting wet in the winter time. So in the summertime, I could just hit my pits with the vinegar straight up through the clothes. I think that's okay. The clothes get bad too. I don't need to like get a paper towel and then wipe down. I could just simply pour it in through the clothes and then wipe around. I think wiping could be important. At least this is an experiment. This is the first time I've actually done this. And it'll dry on its own. It's not water, so it's not like it gets infected. Ooh, spilt a little bit. Yeah, when I got an open sore on my fingers, if I want to really I want to torture myself when that happens. I did this yesterday, and it burned for a few seconds. And today, no problems. Oh, I opened it up a little bit though. Still not bad. When you're infected, infections have a lot of pain. Infections experience a lot of pain when they're exposed to vinegar. So it's really helpful to always have vinegar handy. I would rather smell like vinegar than BO. Alright, I've made comments that orange peel is pretty good with yogurt. Well, I've been eating oranges and turmeric, so I don't want to put any orange peel in my yogurt. Another great thing, I mean, there's so many good things you can mix with the yogurt, I guess. Another good thing is wheat bran. Wheat bran and honey with yogurt. Also, oat bran, and in a way, oat bran is more preferable, but a lot of grocery stores miss the mark and don't understand that people like oat bran and then just don't sell it. So whenever I see oat bran at a grocery store, I want to get a little extra because it's kind of a rare item. When I see people who look and act like dopes in a city, I suspect that there's say some bullying, some criminal behavior going on, because being a dope, acting like a big dope, is a compensation for being a victim. You're just trying to blot out the the I don't know, the bullying or the crime happening, and it makes me it shows me elements of the city or town. If I see dopes around, I know there's a good chance I'll see criminals. There's a bit of an extreme. The more dopey the person, the worse the criminal element. Zion, Illinois. Zion, Illinois. Under ownership. New ownership. Under new ownership. I'm sure it is. It looks like a ghetto next to the library. I'm scared about parking here. At least I gotta lock the door. So, if everybody remembers, Kenosha had that big riot where 3 people got killed by Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old teen shooter, killed 3 people just north of here. And I'm getting the feeling why that happened. It's this city seems kind of ghetto-y. And Kenosha's just the next city north of here, and this city feels a little like a ghetto, and so I'm assuming Kenosha is probably pretty bad itself on a daily basis, not just that one moment. What do you want? What's your expertise? What are you a security?
Yes.
Okay, you're not the like custodian who cleans things. You're security.
You have an appointment with it?
You said you're security?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you work for a security firm? Like, Securitas or um
Well,
the other?
I don't even know who you are. What are you looking
No, no. I'm just here to visit.
for? Oh, okay. I thought maybe you need
But
some.
you're all right. Yeah, you don't work for the private security firm, right? It's all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can't even give me a grocery cart, you can't even give me a $20 bill, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That is a shame.
And then when they do stuff,
Chicken eggs where the plants are now.
She's not in here. She should be in shortly.
How long have you been working at this library?
Why?
Well, because I just, on the sign it
What's your
says,
name?
it doesn't matter. On the
Well,
sign,
we can't talk.
on the sign it
You can't tell
says,
me your name.
well, what's your name? You tell me your name then. You can't tell me your name?
Well, you
I don't know
asked
what-
the question.
I don't know if that matters. I was just asking what's going on at the library.
Well, what I'm saying, she's not there yet.
She or he? Hey,
You bought any eggs or something?
Yeah, I was just curious. I was over there, I saw a sign that talked about chicks in April, and I was just curious where you guys are keeping the eggs, where the plants were.
That was done in the youth
The
side.
eggs were in the front.
And
That's over.
I don't think I'm below.
Yeah. What's that?
They're all gone now.
Yeah, you said April, so it's May now.
Yeah,
So
so
I was just curious where you kept them. Just,
they were in the.
but it's in the
study
front.
room on the other side, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would have been neat to see.
Once they got them, I think they gave them to a local farmer or something.
Farmer took them. All right. Okay.
This is the planting that the teens are doing.
Yeah, I see. I was trying to identify some. You got tomatoes and peppers. I was just trying to, yeah. But I was wondering maybe this is May is the plants, and then last month is the eggs or something.
Well, yeah.
But,
the youth side always does the eggs around
Who does the eggs?
on the youth side, the juvenile side, the children's
The
side.
juvenile side is a focus for the okay.
Juvenile
Yeah.
youth,
Yeah, it's a neat. You got neat little programs.
Yeah, so
I've seen other
they do that every April.
okay. It's a consistent
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I've seen it done at other libraries, but it's pretty rare. Because there might be a lot of care involved with it. You got to watch it
Oh yeah.
closely.
Yeah. And
So-
you get on the site, you can actually watch, their progress. And when you start
And-
hatching, you can see them start pecking their way out. And then,
Okay, and you're just a library worker.
Right.
Is he a library worker too?
Yeah. He's
Okay, we got a name issue apparently. Okay,
Security.
you're all you're security. Okay, you're all not exactly the same then. You do different things. He does different things. Okay, okay, all right. Looks like a camera was ripped off. There are parts of Chicago that are a little more pleasant than Zion. I can hear those guys' music. And there's just so much deviance around here. It's just bad. They got a patrol going up and down the parking lot lanes of this Walmart. So when they got that, there's problems. This guy is spraying. Wait a second, where is he? Right here? He's spraying for mosquitoes there. That's, I was gonna walk over there too. Not anymore. No thank you. Oh my god, I never seen him drive that around. Usually it's a truck. Alright. So I'm in Wisconsin, certainly. I think in Kenosha, part of Kenosha. It's a big city. Just walking around a park. So if I wanted to pick the dandelions here, that guy just sprayed them. Actually, those aren't. Oh, those could be. But the thing is, he sprayed for mosquitoes and not to kill the vegetation, but I think that the mosquito spray is probably going to be more dangerous for me. Yeah, I see more dandelions over here. He probably sprayed all along the side of Donald Hackbarth Trail. Rendering all the vegetation here dangerous to make a tea out of. And there's a lot. There's a lot of good-looking dandelion. I would have picked it. I would have seriously considered picking this dandelion all throughout. It's looking pretty good, but it's gonna look good because that spray is not designed to kill it. It's designed to kill mosquitoes, which, I mean, can't be safe for me either. Gorilla Security has made an ATM shell. I don't think it opens. It opened on the other side anyway. That you have to lift up this flap the other way to get your money to press the buttons. Emptied nightly. Oh, these guys sell it? Okay. Do they have a yeah, they got a kind of oh no, that's the electrical. Okay, they didn't really tie it to the pole. I suppose that's an option too. For the beer garden here. Kind of a temporary setup. No dogs allowed in water near beach. There's a next boat launch. This is a lake. We're not on the Great Lakes. The beach is just over here. And they got this sign like focused on the beer garden area. This is supposed to be a temporary beer garden. Pleasant Prairie, no alcohol. Village ordinance. I wonder where the band plays, probably in front of the water. Well, this area don't seem too bad around this park. And I gotta say, I want to say, I'm happy to be back in Wisconsin. I'm looking forward to following the Great Lake as close as I can. I'm afraid I'm gonna need to swing far around the outside of Milwaukee though. I don't think I'll be able to get close to the shoreline. I'm sure they got the parking fees. Probably have like $25 parking fees downtown there too, like in Chicago. Chicago's probably even higher than that. Got a weird looking killdeer get a little close to my car. They got such a weird head movement. Just likes to look up. Oop. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. This person scared me a little bit. I got back in my car. They pull in at what? Not even 5:30. And I thought they were like an employee. There's another bag. They're dumping like 6, 7 bags of trash in the back. They're filling the whole dumpster up. I kind of want to look. I know they're taking off. There's another bag. He filled up his whole car full of full of trash to bring back behind this store. He's either Dollar General. 7, 8, 9, 10 bags of trash. Finally, that's like over 10 bags of trash. He's taken off. 5:30 in the morning. Good time to dump your trash on a Saturday. Wow. I've seen people dump trash before. Okay, there's a couple other cars in the parking lot with me. Kind of empty. Yeah, I've seen people dump trash before, but not 10 bags. Yeah, here's Here's it. Yeah, one is locked, so clearly the garbage company or the business doesn't exactly forgive it. Yeah, these two are locked. Oops, not this one. He filled the whole dumpster. That was probably empty. Behind the eyeglass service. Yeah, it's a dirty business. JC Penney's over here. It's a dirty activity. Some people are driven to dumping their trash in weird places, putting a burden on the business. Yeah, I slept here last night, no problems. It's pretty quiet, peaceful. Didn't get woken by anybody driving closely by. It felt like it was going to be an isolated spot. So I've been learning about the history in this area and they talk a lot about northeast Illinois being underground shelters for slaves. So slaves from the south escaped into the north directly. But I mean, I read about this stuff in Kansas too, on the east borders of Kansas, how the slaves had underground passages to run to. And it's like there's more escape. There's not going to be escaped slaves in the south like Louisiana. Those slaves, anybody that stayed behind, are freed slaves, and the slaves that came up north are escaped slaves. And I think there's a difference. I mean, some got away, came north, and didn't wait to get freed officially. They freed themselves by just going to territories that were free. And then some slaves stuck around in different ways and never escaped, and then just were granted the title of being free by government changes. So there's a bit of a difference between escaped slaves and freed slaves in the regions. And it just, I don't know, North Illinois makes me think about it, seeing how the culture is and learning a little of the history. Look who's coming to give you a whooping. Yeah, I'm sure I met some real slave descendants in jail. I mean, one guy was bragging about how how the jailers couldn't affect him. He enjoyed jail because there was free food and a place to stay. He said that it really is not a bad situation for him. So, and then he talked a lot. He did a lot of rapping, doing this. I don't know. He was like pounding on the walls and the windows and the boxes, making beats and then rapping to it. I'm here and I'm enjoying myself, and just rapping away for a good hour a day. So I mean, he found enjoyment in jail, and he talked about when he was in his early teens, how he shacked up with some lady in her 30s, and he was talking about how good he had it because she had a car and a job and a house, and he was just like her, he was in a relationship with her, and she was covering his needs. And I looked later what crime he committed, because I recognized his face on the Natchitoches websites, and he shot somebody, is what the report said. He didn't talk about shooting anybody, but that's what the report said. But he did talk about throwing the gun in the river, and how the cops will never find it. So there's that. He decided it was a good time, and that person was the right choice to point his gun at and shoot, and then then throw away his gun in the river. How many guns are in the river? So he was in jail for that. But I don't think, I believe that he didn't mind the jail. I believe that there's a good chance he was a descendant of slaves who also rationalized that, you know, that they're happy having the basic needs provided for them, and how they likely were not tempted to escape, because, you know, well, you know, they wonder, what will they get their basic needs supported if they escape? You know, the master is providing them with all that they need, so why escape? And the master now is the jailer, pretty much, and they don't have to do any work. They just sit around all day and rap and think about how they got their, how they at least got their basic needs provided for. Whoops. All right, as far as I'm concerned, all my eggs are sinking, so they gotta be good. All right, I found some grass on the edge. It's not too easy to always find grass, even in the greener areas. But I found enough grass to pull, and I'm gonna boil it in the water. And then once it gets to a boil, then cook some eggs and oats. It's a little fenugreek. I like to toss fenugreek in just for health purposes. Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, it's a little dirty bowl. I cooked chicken in there. I rinsed it out a little bit. I think it should be fine. As far as I'm concerned with grass, it's free vitamins. It may not taste great, the liquid, almost at the boiling point, but it leaves a green, and I like to believe that there's something's got to be good in that green, that it can add, that it gets covered, the taste gets covered up by well, the honey. If the oats can't cover up the taste, if the other stuff can't, the honey will. And to pull the grass out, I've decided to start using two spoons, so I can kind of grab a little easier. And of course, I make sure to break up all the yolks. I think I got a good mixture in here. Just let it try to dehydrate, cook down and dehydrate. I didn't start the flame back up until after I got everything in. I don't know what the best technique is, but I turned the flame off, pulled out the grass, kept the flame off, and tossed everything in, the three things. And then after I got them in, I turned the flame back on. Yeah, I might still come across a blade or two in there, but that should be okay. People might wonder why there's a pile of grass sitting here. And, you know, it's perfectly fine anyway. But, you know, it just looks a little weird, but I mean, it's perfectly natural. All right, dealing with the summer stress for water. I got to get into the habit more of always bringing a water bottle into the grocery store or wherever I'm at, wherever I'm stopped at. Always just fill up a bottle, because I'm going through water faster and I don't want to ever run out. All right, after a few months of using vinegar in a glass container, you pay a little extra for that. I decided to use one in plastic, and it just doesn't have the strength, the same strength. I mean, I can tolerate the smell. I can't really tolerate the smell as easily in the glass containers. And you know, there's plastic being leached into the vinegar. That's why it has a shorter shelf life.